So this is what we talked about last time. So in a galvanic or voltaic cell, so that's what we talked about. That's a battery. Metals are either eroded or built up. At the blink, the metal is being dissolved. So which side gets dissolved? The anode, the cathode, the salt bridge, the wire. Good, the anode. So that was our aluminum foil, or that was the magnesium in our hot dog clock. Okay, and so at the what? What's the other option? At the cathode, the metal is being built up. Good. So this is something that you will have to know for the test. Okay. All right, next question. Oxidation happens where?
Reduction.
Oxidation is the opposite of reduction. And no reaction happens at the salt bridge. Good. Oxidation happens at the anode. So I remember this because O is a vowel and A is a vowel. These go together. Oxidation happens at the anode. So what happens at reduction happens where? The other one. Good. Cathode. Also, C and R, those are both consonants. All right. So we have this picture. Let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. Where is the cathode? B. Good. How do you know that? How can we find that? Because this looks different than our notes. This is backwards from our notes. How do we identify where the cathode and the anode are? So we can see these electrons. So I think of oil rig. Oxidation is loss. Reduction is gain. Reduction happens at the cathode. Electrons going to B, so that must be the cathode. Electrons, reduction is gain. This is gaining electrons. This must be the cathode. Okay. And so that means this one, electrons are leaving D. That must be the anode. Okay, questions on that? All right. So B is our cathode. That's what it's asking. Okay. So there's versions of these questions, so a little bit different, but these are similar questions to questions that would be on the test. So make sure that you understand those. Okay, any questions right now while we're thinking about that? Okay. All right, so today what we're going to do is, let's go back to, let's see, what do we do? Okay, we go to your turn. Today, if you go to Today in Chemistry, what we're going to do is we're going to do a jigsaw. How many of you guys have done a jigsaw assignment? So listen carefully so that you know what we're going to do. So there's a long assignment. It's split into 3 assignments. So what you're going to do is you're going to be in a group, and as a group, you're going to complete 1/3 of the assignment. So I'm going to number you for the groups, okay? And then we're going to do a jigsaw. So then I'm going to renumber you, and you are going to get in a group with people who don't have your section filled out. So you are going to have to teach the other people in your second group what you learned in the first group. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're going to talk about the electromagnetic spectrum today. So there are 3 different worksheets. So this will be group 1, this will be group 2, this will be group 3. And so I will tell you what group you're in, and you're going to make a copy of this, of the group that you're in. And if I'm in this group, I'm going to learn about low energy electromagnetic radiation. So there's some videos, and as a group, however you want to do this, as a group, you're going to answer these questions. Okay, if you're in doing this worksheet, so there's low energy, medium energy, and high energy. Okay, so at the end of this, you will have completed the whole assignment, but during your first rotation, you are just going to do the first part till it says stop. Then you're going to stop, and you're going to wait till everyone's done with their chunk. And then we're going to get into our second group, and the low energy the person who learned about low energy is going to teach the other people about low energy, okay? And then the person who did the medium or high energy electromagnetic radiation will teach the people in their group. Does that make sense? Okay. So make sure that you're doing your own work. Make sure you're not just copying and pasting, because these things will be on the test. So make sure you're understanding, okay? All right, questions before I'm going to number you off. Yes, Jacobo.
So we have to go look at the answers online then, but we have to just not copy and paste them, just like we do it.
Oh, so what I mean by not copying and paste is you can't just send, this is a Google Doc, you can't just send it to me and I copy and paste the answers.
Okay.
You're not going to learn right. Okay? That's what I mean by copy and paste. You can, like if you're looking this up, so each of these has, if it's a link, it has a YouTube video. So you're going to watch the YouTube video to find the specific answers that it asks. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's going to be 3 groups to start with. I think that's going to work the best. Okay, so I'll number you, remember your number, and we'll do 1 is low, 2 is medium, 3 is high energy. So make sure you download the right one. Okay, we'll just go back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, we'll have a few less 3s. So 1s come up here, 2s come in the middle, 3s will be back there. So work with your group to finish your chunk of the worksheet. So you guys are the low energy, you're looking at low energy, electromagnetic radiation. You guys are 2s. 2s are running out.
Visible light.
Yes, good. Medium energy. And you guys are high energy. Perfect. So it's going to be a little bit weird, but go ahead and turn your sound on when you're watching the videos. That's okay.
That's not.